File 5A. Listening.
Welcome back to the show. We've been talking about famous sports cheaters on today's program. And now we're going to hear about another scandal. The sport was badminton, and the venue was the 2012 Olympic Games in London. Tom is here to tell us about it. Hi, Tom.
Hello, everybody.
So, who was involved in the scandal, Tom?
Well, the scandal involved 4 of the teams in the women's doubles competition. In total, 8 players were disqualified for cheating. 2 pairs from South Korea, a pair from China, and a pair from Indonesia.
And what exactly happened?
Well, basically, the teams played badly on purpose to make sure they lost their matches.
Why would they do that?
Well, to explain that, I'll very quickly tell you about how the competition works. The matches are divided into different stages. Teams play against other teams in their group in the first stage, and if they win, they play in the next stage. So sometimes a team might get a good opponent very early in the competition, which means it might not get through to the next stage.
Got it. So when did the cheating happen?
Well, the problem started on the last day of the first stage. In the morning, the first Chinese team won its match, finishing second in its group. The second Chinese team was going to play against a South Korean team that evening, and whichever team won that match would most likely play against the first Chinese team in the next stage.
Why was this a problem?
Neither team wanted to play against the first Chinese team because the South Korean team was sure it would lose, and the second Chinese team didn't want to play against a team from the same country yet, because that would mean that only one Chinese team was left to try to win a medal. So both teams tried to lose against each other instead.
How did they do that?
Well, both the South Koreans and the second Chinese team started missing shots. When they served, they either hit the shuttlecock into the net, or they hit it so hard that it went outside the lines on the court. In the end, they looked like amateurs, when in fact, they were some of the best players in the world.
So who lost the match?
The second Chinese team. South Korea beat them in both sets.
What about the other 2 teams?
Well, they tried to do exactly the same thing in the next match.
Which teams were these again?
Indonesia and another South Korean pair.
So in both matches, the teams tried to lose instead of trying to win so they'd have a better chance of winning a medal. Is that right?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And it was really obvious, too. All the spectators started booing. It was so bad. After the second match, there was an investigation and all 8 players were disqualified.
And what about the competition? Did it stop there?
No, it continued without the disqualified players.
And who won the gold medal in the end?
The first Chinese team. They beat the Japanese team in both sets. Actually, it was a very good match.
Tom, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
File 5A. Pronunciation. B. 1.
4. Shorts. Warm up. Workout.
2.
First. Hurt. Sports. World.
3.
Course. Floor. Score. Worst.
4.
Court. Serve. Shirt. Worse.
File 5B. Listening.
Hello, and welcome to the show. Now, a lot of research has been done recently about love. what causes it, and what we do to attract someone. Mary is in the studio with us today, and she's going to explain the results of some of these studies to us. Mary, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Let's start with how to meet new people. Some people like to start a conversation with a person they like by saying something funny. But how useful is this?
Not very useful at all, I'm afraid, Jeremy. Research shows that only 7% of attraction has anything to do with what you say. It's the tone and the speed of your voice that make a difference. This makes up 38% of the attraction. But the most important thing of all is body language. This contributes to a massive 55% of the attraction.
So what can we do to improve our body language?
Well, it seems that the best way to make the person you're talking to feel attracted to you is to look into their eyes. An American psychologist did an experiment about this in New York. He got complete strangers to stare into each other's eyes for 2 minutes without talking. Afterward, many of the couples said that they had strong feelings of attraction to each other, and one of the couples even got married.
Really? Then staring must be the thing to do. Is there any more advice on body language?
Well, it's important to have a relaxed body position. You need to show the other person that you're comfortable being with them. Also, try not to be far away from them. Of course, there is a comfortable distance, but try leaning a little closer to them than usual. It will show you're interested and hold their attention better. Don't forget to watch their body language, too. If they position their body in a similar way to you, it means they find you interesting, too. This is called mirroring.
Is there anything that seems to work well when you're talking to someone you're attracted to?
Not surprisingly, it seems that you'll have a better chance if you smile. Anyone who's ever spoken to someone on the phone will tell you that it's easy to tell when the other person is smiling because you can hear it in their voice. When talking to a potential partner, a smile will not only affect your tone of voice, keeping it light and fun, but it will also show the other person that you are happy to be with them. And don't forget that a smile is extremely contagious, and before long the other person will be smiling back at you. This will make them feel happier, a feeling that they will quickly connect with you.
How interesting, and very true. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for now, Mary, but thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. File 5B, Pronunciation, A. 1,
Where did you used to live?
2,
Did you used to wear glasses?
3,
They used to have a lot of money.
4,
He used to go to my school.
5,
We used to work together.
6,
You used to have long hair.
7,
We didn't used to get along.
8.
I didn't used to like it.
File 5B, Pronunciation, C. 1,
Snake, see, friends, most, social.
2,
Zebra, eyes, easy, especially, nowadays.
3,
Shower, tissue, please, sure, sugar.
4,
Television, usually, pleasure, decision, music.